All right, we're live on Facebook. My name is Dave Dugas. I'm president of DE Systems, and with me today I have Bob Gordon, our VP of Software Development and our lead developer. Today we're going to be taking a look at our new virtual platform that Bob and his team have built 100% in-house here at DE Systems. Bob, I wanted to ask you. Your team built this product in-house. What were some of the inherent advantages you had in developing this platform based on past experiences?
Yeah, the nicest part about being able to control the whole product is that we're so familiar with the event process that we have all these years of experience and we know what we were looking for. So it was a good place for us to start to be able to drive out from our experience to be able to integrate a platform experience that we were familiar with and that we knew that our customer base was familiar with. We knew that we knew from our experience based on what we've been and seen on site versus what we've experienced through the registration platform. We knew how all these different components could mesh together properly, and it provided us a real insight to be able to develop that type of program for the virtual area.
And one of the interesting aspects about our virtual product, is that it's completely embedded in the registration platform. Is that correct?
Yeah, the nice part about that is that we just extended everything that we did for the registration. Since we already have the suite, we were able to build on top of that conference suite that included the registration plus the abstract component. And now we were able to include that virtual part. So eventually, when we do get back to that on-site area, we have both of these components now. We have that on-site feature, but we also have this virtual one. And the two of them are linked together now, so that you can have both that virtual and on-site experience as a nice hybrid solution integrated with our Reg platform.
Were there any challenges that you faced?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see all sorts of different ideas and requirements and requests. Some of the bigger things are just making sure that you're always trying to handle how the stream is going to take place, and making sure that everybody's familiar with how the streams can actually work. From top to bottom, when you're dealing with streams, you need to understand that like, it's not just about how we go to tackle the embedding, but how we're also going to be handling the production side of it too. So we're trying to build a nice infrastructure that allowed for simple ease of use to be able to embed those streams in a manner where a client can take it and just put it in without having too much technical expertise, and with other products which kind of guided them down that way to be able to do that. Plus, add the ability for the high-end production when you have when you do hire an AV company to do all your production for you, being able to incorporate those types of streams as well. So in terms of the overall complexity, it was just making sure that, trying to get the fundamental ease of integrating a streaming services into the platform.
Interesting. Why don't we take a look at the product now? The interesting thing about having it embedded in the registration system is that when I registered for this virtual demo event, I uploaded my photo, I put in my LinkedIn bio, my Facebook bio, and my Twitter feed. So that's all ready to be shared out with other delegates. And we do have a messenger and contact sharing feature that we'll get to in a minute. But let's start by taking a look at the schedule. One thing I notice is the branding is completely personalized for each user and each client. The schedule seems quite interactive as well. Did you want to talk a little bit about the schedule?
Yeah. So most events that we do, everybody has their list of activities that always take place during their schedule. But with all the things that can take place now, you needed to be able to have more of a comprehensive idea of the items that can take place within that schedule. So what we've done for those activities is we've given them the abilities to have video uploads plus stream links plus external integration tools like Zoom or a StreamYard. And when you're setting up these activities, as you can see here, it's got a title, it's got locations, plus you can have your speakers, has a summary breakdown as well, and it's all broken down by those nice pages. So there's different options that are available to it, and you can see how different things appear. You have those abilities to bookmark the sessions or see what the user or the speaker. And when you're just taking a look at that speaker there, it shows you immediately all the different sessions for which they're associated. So that's a nice little feature. You can see that this person is talking in this session or they're talking in this session. So you get an idea of everything. And this nice tab formulated layout gives the user a nice, easy experience to kind of sort through what's available and experience what they would see during the activity, during their regular day.
One of the new features I notice here is the social feed. So we've got the ability to interact while we're watching a plenary discussion or a stream, for example. The social feed seems quite robust too, with the ability to upload videos and photos.
Yeah. So and whenever you're in any area of the system, if you're looking to post a message to somewhere, to your social feed, you can just pull that little slide out and post information. You can put in any details about what's taking place, upload a video, upload a photo, and you have and you're always seeing what people are writing as they go along. And it doesn't matter in which area you are, that feed's always available to you. But as we move further along, when you do get into some of those other areas, like when you're streaming, there is more of a live chat integration as well.
Interesting. The other feature in the system is the attendee list and the ability to share contact info and private messaging.
Yeah, this is one of our greatest features, I think, and it really stemmed from an idea that we tried to propagate about 5 years ago. We saw where everything was happening with lead retrieval, and we were always very involved with lead retrieval. But we thought that lead retrieval might be better served if the person who was the one interested in the product controlled that information, as opposed to being the one being asked for that information. So what we did is we took that idea and incorporated it into here, so that when you're looking at the attendee list, you can't just click on somebody to get their details. Instead, you share your details with that person so that they can come back and contact you whenever they feel like. And then you can reciprocate that if you really need to. If you go to your profile, Dave,
Yep.
Go to your profile pic or your profile area. You'll see there one of the tabs is called My Contacts. And here you'll see everybody that you've shared your details with, and then anybody who shared your details back with you. There's also that mutual one where you can see who you shared your details with. And here, right here off the top too, is that you can message that person right away. So you can keep messaging these people. You can see whether they've contacted you or not. It's a nice little feature about bringing in all that kind of lead retrieval, but more of a interactive attendee to attendee engagement.
All right, let's take a look at a session page. So this would be an actual session page, and we have the ability to take pre-recorded video. We host our own video content. We can add a slide deck on the side. We've got notes. We've got live Q&A, download resources. We can have sponsor engagement on the right side. Can you tell me a little bit about what kind of formats we can accept in our players?
Yeah, so we encourage that it's an MP4 for the videos. And what's nice is that that's pretty much the standard for what everybody does these days. You can record all your videos. If you're doing a Zoom or just using the regular record feature on your PC or Apple Mac device, it will record in an MP4 format. And then you can come and upload that video into the system. What's nice about a lot of this stuff too is that we have that ability. If you happen to have a multilingual event, you can upload 2 different videos. You can upload a French video, an English video, or you can have the video just based on the language in which that person is viewing the site. So
Gotcha.
There's lots of control there for that video player, which is really nice. And the system also tracks how much a person watches a video. And if you're trying to do continuing education credits or CEU credits, you can have a report that shows basically how far somebody watched a video. So you can track, did they watch the full video or not? And you can also lock that video. So if you want them to be able to collect that credit, they need to finish the full video. So they can't fast forward through it. But if they happen to come back after they watched a bit of it, they can skip to that point where they left off. It's just like when you left the DVD back in the player back in the day, it knew where you'd left off. They have that Q&A down there too, Dave, which is really nice. If you happen to be a speaker that's attached to that presentation, when you fill out that form for that Q&A, there's a notification that's sent to all the people who are associated to them as a speaker. So all those people would receive a message saying, this person has sent you a question on your video. Would you like to answer it? Would you like to respond to it? And you can respond directly in the email, or you can come back to another area in the system called the speakers area. And that speakers dashboard gives you an overview of what questions have been asked, what sessions you're a part of, and you can also provide your own content through there. So as an administrator, you can give these speakers the ability to upload their own slide decks, to upload their own videos. You don't have to go through that management anymore of having to collect all the videos from everybody and waiting for that email and going through that process. You just send them to the site and they log in and they can upload all their own details there.
That's great. And lastly, with respect to interactive video, a lot of people are looking for engagement. They're looking for interactivity. How are the ways that we incorporate products like Zoom or GoToMeeting or ClickMeeting into the platform?
Yeah, so we have another area, as opposed to just this pre-recorded video page, we have another area dedicated just for streams. And it has basically the same amount of content, but it has a chat feature and you can see who's engaging at that time. And we embed the streams directly into the site. So when you're looking at that information, you can, when you're engaging on that stream page, you see the stream that's taking place, you see the people who are speaking, doing their presentation, but at the same time, you can chat, you can do a live chat to see what's taking place.
Yeah, it's looking great. It's a really impressive product. So, lastly, maybe what we could talk about a little bit is, what do you think are the keys to success in hosting a virtual event?
The first thing is just honestly being confident in the content that you're going to be delivering to your people. You're familiar with what you're going to be doing for every one of your events. So just remember that that's what you're doing. You're delivering the same content, even if it's just through this virtual platform. It is the same content. It still means the same to everything. But you also have to take into consideration that, there are moving parts and you have to evolve with those parts. You have to familiarize yourself with how you're going to produce it. You just have to make sure that your speakers are going to be ready, that their content is ready, and just practice a few times with any type of those streaming players if you're doing the streaming, or you can see how the pre-recorded videos go. But it all comes back to your content. And if you're confident in your content, your virtual event's going to be successful.
Well, Bob, thanks very much. I got to say, I'm really impressed with the work that you guys have pumped out on this virtual platform. I'm looking forward to all of us being really busy on the platform in the months ahead. For more information on myConferenceSuite's virtual portal, visit us at www.myconferencesuite.com. Thanks again, Bob. Have a great day.
Dave.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.